lovelies, it is time for my February Wheel of TBR, so stay tuned. So Wheel of TBR is one of my multiple TBR games that I play in order to help pick my TBR for the month. I spin it 5 times or more if I end up having to do bonus spins, and each time I land on a prompt, I change out the prompt and I also mark the board. When I have 5 marks on the board, I have to do a bonus spin and then I wipe those 5 marks off. I only mark on my 5 regular spins, not on any of the bonus spins, because it could be unlimited bonus spins that way. We don't play like that. Not anymore anyway. But before we get into the spins for February, let's go over how we did for January. Okay, so starting off, we had some rollovers from previous months that didn't get read that rolled over into January. And the first one of those is Lock and Key by Joe Hill, and I have not read this, so this one is getting rolled over. Next up is Alice by Christina Henry, and it's still packed somewhere, so I have not read that. However, I did find it on Hoopla, and it is the 24th as of filming this, so I believe I can actually get that done by the end of this month. So if it doesn't get done, I will roll it over, but I'm pretty sure it'll get done. Next up is Spell on Wheels, Just to Get to You. I did read this. Then there's Noise, based on a true story by Kathleen Raimondo, and I did read this. And then there was Life Expectancy by Dean Koontz, and I did read this. Okay, so my first spin for January was for my coffee mug, which all my coffee patrons get to suggest a book, any book, doesn't have to be a book I own, that goes into my mug, and if I land on that spot, which is a permanent spot on my board, then I pull from the mug. And I got Genuine Lies by Nora Roberts. That was from my coffee patron Amanda, and I was able to find that on Scribd, so I did read that. Next up for Al Crate Jr., I was to read The Night Silver Promise by Annalise Avery, and I read about 10% of this, and then I DNF'd it. For the spin Al Crate, I was to read Jade Fire Gold, and I found that on Hoopla as well, and I was able to read it. For Melanie's pick, I selected Keeper of the Lost Cities, book 1. This was like a buddy read, and I did read it. For the spin Hoopla rec, I selected A Lullaby for Witches, and I did read that. And then I had a bonus spin, and for that I was to select a 4+ word title, and for that I picked The Girl of Fire and Thorns by Ray Carson, and I did read this. So out of my January spins, I actually managed to read or DNF all of them, so I'm very happy about that. So no extra rollovers. So I have a ton of books that I need to read in February, between buddy reads and reading challenges and book clubs and just my my Cards Against My TBR as well. So I have a lot of books I need to read. So yeah, hopefully the wheel's nice and I can fit some of these stacks of books into this. So I guess we shall get started with spin number 1. New release. Let's see. Ooh, I know what I'm gonna pick. Okay, so this book is a new release. It just came out, I think, in January or maybe December. It's just a few months ago. And this is the group pick, or not the group pick, but the book club pick for a book club that I am a co-host for. It's called Thrills and Chills. It's me, CLint, and one of my coffee patrons who also has a YouTube channel named Dana, and I'll link both of their channels down below. But we are reading in February 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. So yay, this is what I'm picking for that. Okay, so we will mark that. That only puts 1 mark on that spot. Let me grab my bag of prompts from back here. And we will change new release for I got two, hold on. Water. Ooh, that actually would work really well for G from Book Roast has this year-long like reading adventure thing for Orilium, and for February it's a book on the path that I'm taking. I either have to go with a tree on the cover or water on the cover, so if I get that, that's perfect. Oh, I also earlier today went ahead and did an Instagram poll and a Twitter pic just in case. All right, spin number 2. Adaptation. I don't know if I have any books that I have to read as an adaptation. Crap. Give me a minute. Dang it. This is gonna take me a little while. Okay, that took a really long time to find exactly what the kind of book I was looking for. And also, I'm sorry if the angle changed, but there is an Einstein right here. Okay, so I was trying to find not just an adaptation, but I was trying to find one that was by a Black author, because February is Black History Month, and also for my TBR Knockout, one of the prompts for the theme Black History Month is to read a book by a Black author. So it took me a little while because there are not enough. There are not enough of them. But I decided to go with Tiny Pretty Things by Sona Sharapotra and Danielle Clayton. I do not own this book, but I'm sure between one of the many things I have that I can get audiobooks or ebooks, or just going to my library, I can find it. Okay, so let's take adaptation off, and we will mark that, which gives us 4 on that one. And it's also dark outside at this point. It wasn't dark when we started. All right, we're gonna replace that with one-word title. All right, spin number 3. Coffee. Let me grab my little coffee cup over here. My little chip mug. Okay. You take those out. Those are just blank papers. Here we go. What are we gonna get? All right. Oh, it's upside down. Wow, okay. The book that I selected from here is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. My coffee patron Dana selected this one. So it looks like this is going to be a Colleen Hoover kind of month. I think I know where this one is, so let me go grab it. Okay, this seems like a good one for February. It says, sometimes the one who loves you is the one who hurts you the most. All right. Let me just stick my little paper in here. Alrighty. We're not taking coffee off, but I will mark that. So that's 2 on that one. All right, spin number 4. Comedy. Okay, do I have a comedy in all the things I need to read? No, I don't. Okay, let me see what I can find. Maybe I can find something right over here. Let's see. Oh crap. This seems like it'd be a rom-com kind of thing. Okay, maybe not. Comedy. Is this a rom-com? Okay, I'm gonna have to go back upstairs. Let's see if I can find something. I am really gonna have to get my shelves upstairs in order so that I can start filming up there because the majority of books are upstairs. So I'm going up and down and up and down and up. Okay, so this does specifically say comedy on it. And that is A Dash of Salt and Pepper by Kosoko Jackson and it says, sometimes 2 cooks in the kitchen are better than 1 in this swoony romantic comedy. So that is what I'm going to select for that one. Also seems like a perfect choice for February. Let's mark that. Okay. Most recent. Okay, so that was spin number 4. So now we're on spin number 5. And unless I land on, let's see, one word title, mythology inspired, or supernatural, this will be the last spin. All right, spin number 5. Oh, Instagram poll. Okay, let's see. So I haven't looked at the results yet. Okay, so let me show you the 2 books. Okay, so I put Haunting the Deep by Adriana Mather and Pacifica by Kristen Simmons. And Pacifica got 7 votes, but Haunting the Deep got 25. So that is what I will be reading for that. Also, this works for G's reading adventure because it's got water on the cover. Yeah, what I did was on Instagram, I put 2 books that had water on the cover, and on Twitter, I put 2 books that have trees on the cover. And so I figured if that Twitter or Instagram came up, it would decide my reading adventure for G. Okay, so let's mark that. And we will replace Instagram poll with nonfiction. Okay, so I need to add all of these that came from my Cards Against My TBR, which won't all fit right there. Oh, crap. Okay, so now to go over all of the different book clubs and read-alongs and readathons and reading challenges that I'm doing this month. So for buzzword, it is an action verb. So for this one, I'm selecting 5 Survive by Holly Jackson because survive is an action. For TBR Knockout, as I said before, the theme is Black History Month, and the first prompt is read a book by a Black author. And for that, I'm going to read Tiny Pretty Things, which I mentioned earlier. And then for the second prompt, it is to read a book with a topic affecting the Black community. And for that one, I will be reading Tyler Johnson Was Here by J. Coles. This is about police brutality and young Black kids being harassed just because they're Black. For G's Orilium Magical Adventure reading challenge thing, I'll be reading Haunting the Deep by Adriana Mather because it has water on the cover. My buddy read for my coffee patrons this month is Verity by Colleen Hoover. For the new book club that I've started with CLint and Dana, called Thrills and Chills Book Club, our first book that we'll be reading for February is going to be 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. I'm also participating in the CBC book club, which is Cox by Candlelight. It's like a smutty group. And for that, I'll be reading the Kindle book. I think it's called Cupid is a Cunt. And then last but certainly not least, I am also participating in the Cravealong. Yeah, so, oh, it's not the last. I have Crush for the Cravealong. But yeah, that's not the last thing. I'm also, Lord, I'm also reading the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So I will be reading Oblivion 2.5. And then I've also buddy reading the Keeper of the Lost City series. So we'll be reading book 2, which is Exile. I got a lot of books this month. Okay, so these are just the ones that I have on hand. And I know there's quite a few others that I don't have on hand. Wish me luck. Have you guys read any of these? Do you like them? Did you not? Comment down below and let me know. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye.